Well, welcome everybody to our July monthly music club. I have to just give a caveat. I just moved into a new office and we have not yet hung anything on the walls. So I look very much like I'm not in a nice place, but anyway.
Kim had put up some fake backgrounds, which were kind of entertaining, but she decided to keep it the blank wall in the back. But but we're glad that everybody's here for our July meeting of our monthly music club. I know some people who I see who have been here before, and I think there are a few new people too, which is exciting. But we are really excited that everybody's here. We have two fantastic harp column music artists here today, Angela Majorova and Alexandra Genova, to talk about their pieces today. But before we get to that, just wanted to make a couple of announcements. First of all, if you don't already subscribe to Harp Column Magazine, our current issue is out. If you subscribe online, I think Kim might put a link in the chat. If you subscribe online, you get instant access to this issue, the digital issue. And you can also subscribe to our print edition that's delivered 6 times a year. We have a fantastic interview in this issue with Shamim Manu, who is an Iranian harpist who won the USA International Harp Competition in May in Bloomington, Indiana. It's a really, really interesting interview where she talks about her background growing up in Iran and then studying in France and then coming to the United States and winning this competition. And in addition to that, we have lots of other features and opinion articles and reviews in this issue. So I encourage you to check that out if you haven't already. And Kim, do you want to tell everybody when they can expect to see our next monthly music club selections?
Sure, we're going to announce those at the end of July. We're usually announcing maybe like the 28th, 27th or 28th. But you can look on social media and we'll also be sending out an email to everybody who has signed up to receive those emails. Allison, do you have that link in case anybody here wants to get notified? So we'll send out an announcement to let you know, but you can also watch our social media and we'll be posting it there as well.
Yeah. Oh, and Kim, I guess we didn't introduce ourselves. We always forget this.
We always forget.
Always forget.
Always.
I am Allison. I am the editor of the print edition of Harp Column Magazine. Kimberly,
I am Kimberly Rowe. I'm the founder of Harp Column and currently the web editor. Thank you. And let's see. Okay. Allison, do you want to move on now to, well, let's see. Do we have any other Harp Column staff here? I don't think so. We have Liana out there. Sometimes she joins us.
Today. I think it's just you and I.
It's just us. Okay. Well, I'll move on to introduce our first guest. And I wanted to just say that one of the goals when we had this idea for the monthly music club was to kind of highlight some people we thought were doing some really interesting things, but maybe people didn't really know about them. I certainly didn't know about either of our two artists before they joined Harp Column Music. Both of them joined us around 2020, I think. And they both have a large number of works in their catalogs on Harp Column Music. Alexandra, is it Geneva or Genova? I want to be pronouncing that correctly.
Oh, if we were in Italy, they would say Geneva, but they say Genova here.
Okay. So I just met Alexandra today, and she is originally from California and currently living in Washington, Bainbridge Island, Washington. And this is going to be very inspiring to some of you out there. She is a self-taught performer and composer, which I really would have had no idea when I picked out her piece Tango a couple of months ago. I was sitting down and just reading through a lot of compositions to find some that I thought were interesting that people should know about. And Tango really jumped out at me. And I learned it myself this spring to play at a couple of gigs, and it's got a really catchy melody that just kind of stuck with me. And so I thought this is really one that people should know about. that this is our pedal harp pick of the month. And so I just want to ask Alexander some questions about this piece. Oh, go ahead. Were you going to say something?
Oh no, I'm
Oh,
just
okay. So what was the inspiration for tango?
well, I love Brazilian jazz, and I'm married to a bass player, as you can tell. There's basses in here who plays a lot of jazz, and I love salsa music. And I'd never written anything like that, so I thought, well, I think I'll just give it a try. And I wanted to do something happy. I'm trying to write happier music now, and just something that wouldn't be. I'm I would, I don't consider myself a great player, but I can play everything that I write. And so I think that way, a lot of people, especially like intermediate players, can usually play my music.
Yeah, well, this is a comment I had for both of our guest artists this month. I really felt like tango is very accessible, but it kind of maybe sounds a lot more impressive than you might think. So I think that's really a nice quality that, a lot of people can probably play this piece, but it sounds really impressive. You've really managed to find that sweet spot between making it not too difficult, but still interesting. Is that something you were thinking about when you were writing it?
Well, not when I was writing it, because I usually, when I hear melodies in my head, or sometimes I dream about melodies, and when I just started writing it, I just kind of go with what's happening, with the melody, with the music. But because I would call myself not a advanced player necessarily. If it fits my hands nice, and then I know that and I can play it well, then I know that intermediate players will probably be able to play it. So
Yeah, that's great. Um, Most of the music you have with us at Harp Music is original. And
it's
so
all
what,
original except for
yeah,
one piece.
okay. And so what inspires you? What do you think about when you sit down to write a new piece?
Everything inspires me. I've been fortunate enough to be around a lot of really fantastic musicians in my life. Um, but just I love film music. I love most, I started out doing a lot of Celtic music, which I love, and that really got me playing because I could actually do it. And so it's just sometimes I'll just go somewhere, and like, well, where I live right now, it's just so there's so much nature, and it's just beautiful. And so sometimes something just sparks something, or something I'll be listening to music, and just a little section, or maybe even a bar or two will like inspire me, and I just start playing around. And also when I'm playing, I will just sometimes I just want to, it just all of a sudden will start going somewhere else. And then I just start playing around with that, and then something new will come out of that also.
That's great. Um, I know that you said you're not currently doing a lot of playing yourself, but that the recording of tango that we had on Harp Music was done by Ellie Coate. Is it Coate or Choate? I never.
Oh yeah, Ellie Choate. Yeah,
Ellie
she's
Choate. Okay.
from California. She's a really
Uh-huh.
fabulous player, and
Okay.
she's recorded most of my music.
Okay.
I also have a lot of music that's been arranged for like violin, cello, bass, harp,
Hmm.
um, some other instruments. And I did have help with my arrangements. I have a friend who's a film composer, and he helped me with a lot of my arrangements.
Wow, that's amazing. So, are these pieces that you play with your husband and other
No,
friends?
no, no, I'm not good enough to play with my husband. But I do have them recorded. I have some things on YouTube, and I'm actually going to start putting some of them on Harp Column. Um,
Great.
that arrange
Yeah,
for other instruments
great.
also. Yeah.
Great. Well, like I said, I really wanted people to know about your music, which is why I picked, your piece. And I hope that people will take a look at the rest of what you have available on Harp Music. Is there any, if people liked tango, is there any other particular piece that you would recommend to them to try next, or any favorites you have?
I have some favorites. I love Lyra. I like Feather in the Snow, which I wrote as a Christmas tune, but it could be for any time. I like Fallen Angel. And I have a really wonderful recording of that with cello, violin, and harp that I'll be putting on soon. Um, what else do I like? I like, I don't know, I have so many, I have so much music that I can't always remember even the titles, but um, I have let's see. Oh, I have my book here, so I can look really quick if you can give me a second. I need to do
Well,
this.
I am definitely looking forward to playing through everything you have on Harp Music. I feel a
Okay.
little spoiled because I have access to all of it, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
go through and keep trying different pieces.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's see. I guess let's move on and have Allison introduce our next guest. If you have questions though for Alexandra, please do put them in the chat, and we can get back to those after we talk to Angela.
Welcome, Angela. Thanks for joining us today. Angela,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your invitation.
Yeah, she's joining us from Bulgaria. So first of all, we have to thank you for being kind enough and generous enough to speak to us in English, which is not your native language. So we appreciate that. Angela graduated from the Bulgarian National Academy of Music. She has performed throughout the world with groups such as the Sofia Festival Orchestra, the Mexico State Orchestra, the Cyprus Symphony Orchestra, and many others. She's recorded for the Bulgarian RTV and Pentagon Classics, and she's also a representative for Kamak Harps in Bulgaria. Angela joined Harp Music around the same time as Alexandra, around 2020. And her catalog on Harp and Music includes arrangements of Christmas musics and classics, along with original compositions like our featured piece today, The Summer White Boat. So welcome, Angela. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So your piece, The Summer White Boat, was inspired by the seaside and a white boat. It's very summery and sparkly. Tell us about that moment that inspired the piece.
I love sea. I love the atmosphere of the sea, all this relaxing, mood which we all enjoy when we are on vacation. And of course, the sea for me, it's an open door, not only for another land, but also an open door for imagination, for creativity, for all beautiful things what we want to enjoy and to happen to us. I'm very busy during the season, and the inspiration comes when I'm on vacation, when I am relaxed. I don't consider myself as a composer because this is not my main job. I recently started to do this, and I'm very happy and very grateful that many people like this, especially this piece. I have another one, The Summer Night, but this one is the favorite of all clients of Harp Column, so I'm very happy. And of course, the left hand represents the waves with its movement, which are very smooth and very round, and the right hand leads the melody. I think I consider that this piece is very suitable for background music. So if some one of you who plays this piece, use it for background music, you may repeat, let's say, from measure 37, 38, 39, after measure 39, and you go back the double lines, and then go back to measure number 5. So it becomes again, because it's a song-like composition.
Yeah, it's definitely a very flexible piece that you can use. It sounds like something you can use in a lot of occasions, and you can also kind of mold it to fit the setting that you're playing in. Yeah. So this piece is a little different from a lot of your music on harp that we carry on harp column music, because most of the music we have for you is carols and some folk songs. Are you planning to do more of this original composition writing?
Oh yes, with great pleasure. Even if I have the inspiration to write pieces, winter piece or spring piece, it can become a cycle, the seasons. But who knows? I'm just waiting for the inspiration. If not, this whatever comes, from my head as a music and as an emotion to express, of course, with pleasure, I will write down. Both pieces, the summer white boat and the summer night, with slightly jazz harmony, definitely contemporary harmony. So I really enjoy this because I played a lot of classical music. And when you do something so much and so for so long time, of course, you want to get out of the trays, out of the brackets. So with pleasure, I will try another one in this style.
Yeah, you led right into my next question, which was that there are some jazz harmonies in this piece, which is also nice. It's playable on lever or pedal harp, so it's really nice that there's some interesting harmonies in there. Do you play any jazz, or was that just something, like you said, that was a departure from your classical training, which is a nice, fun thing to do?
I try to play jazz, but as a classical musician and have been trained for so many years to even perform the shadow of the note. And now, suddenly, when you are given freedom to improvise, it's difficult. It doesn't come like that. It takes sometimes it takes knowledge, definitely. I'm not trained in this. But when I have the mood, I try, of course.
Yeah, well, it's certainly enjoyable, what you did with this piece. If anybody here enjoys playing the Summer White Boat, what other pieces of yours would you suggest? I know you mentioned the one other, but is there anything else that you would recommend that they check out?
Me, should I recommend?
Yes, what do you
Okay.
recommend of your compositions?
I definitely will recommend the pieces of Jacquet, Francois,
Oh, okay.
because because his pieces are really great for lever harp and for pedal harp. And of course, if the people like my piece, the Summer White Boat, they can enjoy also the Summer Night.
That's fantastic. Great. Well, if anybody has questions for Angela or Alexander, please go ahead and put them in the chat. Um,
Uh, Allison, we did have one question. Somebody was asking about Alexandra's music and whether she had Leverhart pieces available. And I took a quick look and it looks like most of your things are Leverhart playable. Is that right, Alexandra?
Yes, there's a lot. There's a lot for lever harp.
That's
Yes.
great.
Mhm.
yeah,
And
and that also is something that if you go on Harp Pelham Music, you can search by the type of harp and see if things are playable on lever or pedal harp or both. So that's also something that you can check out on the website. Yeah.
I really like that both of these pieces are kind of nice and light and summery, and that's why we picked them for July. And so I really hope everybody has had a chance to play through them and likes them as much as I did when I picked them out a couple months ago. I think both of these pieces would be very useful because you could play them, for background music or even a student recital, or I think they're both just very useful pieces. So I really like them, and I hope everybody else does too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if we don't have any other questions, I think we'll wrap this up. Thank you so much to our guest artists today, Angela and Alexandra. Thank you for your music. Thanks for joining us and sharing a little bit more about them. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Definitely stay tuned, sign up for our emails if you haven't already, so that you find out what our August monthly music club selections will be. We'll be announcing those in a couple of weeks. Kim, am I forgetting anything? Anything else to add?
I don't think so. I just put that link again to sign up if you want to get notifications about the next music club picks. June says, so nice hearing the background behind the pieces. Thank you. Yep, it is. I agree. So thanks everybody for coming again today, and we will see you in August.
Thank you, everybody.